What up? Jeff here with all my Bitcoin Renegades. And tonight we are live with Steve from Nns Dao. He's actually the CEO and one of the nicest guys I've met in the space. He has a very awesome view when it comes to how he runs or interacts with the Nns Dao with his audience. He is really focused on user experience and bringing the blockchain to people that need it and can leverage the opportunity to use it to collaborate, to list his token, and to also create subDOWs on the internet computer. So this is going to be amazing. Steve, just introduce yourself real quick. Let everybody know kind of where your focus is, a little bit about the NNS Dao protocol, and just a little bit about yourself.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much. It's my pleasure to be here. Nice to meet you guys once again. My name is Steve. I'm from Nns Dao. I'm a CEO for Nns Dao. So we are DAO. We are DAO company. That means decentralized autonomous organization, and we are building in the internet computer blockchain. And we have got different. We have run different projects, and we have already actually get the funds to develop some projects within the ICP ecosystem, and got fund those projects including the Rotary game, Texas Hold'em game, ICP scan, IC market for NFT marketplace on the internet computer blockchain. And also we are focusing on developing the protocol, NSSDAO protocol that can enable the ICP ecology or ICP ecosystem to bring different DAOs, and the people they can join within the ecosystem so that they can participate in different DAOs according to their objective, their passion, and their interest, so that they can, for example, they can bring their ideas to reality by meet with different people, like-minded people, to build different projects and contribute to different projects as well. So that is our main focus. For myself, I'm coming from engineering background, information system network engineering, and I worked for many years, and also I'm focusing on marketing, researching, strategies, and implementation. And now I'm just running this startup Nns Dao to make sure that we can create the impact of DAOs so that it can leverage the blockchain, and also they can leverage the user and get the ownership to build different Web3 tools and so on. Those NFT marketplace, and also different project on that. So I'm so excited, and I feel very grateful to be here and to meet with you guys in the comment section, and see what you think about it, and how we can leverage and reach more target, and to incentivize user and get those kind of benefit. Thanks so much for this warmly welcome, and that's all. Thank you.
Okay, that is amazing. That's awesome. And I'm sure my guests that are here tonight are really excited to talk about this. And what you were talking about leads me to one of the questions that I wanted to ask you. Now, if someone is thinking about like starting a DAO or subDAO, would they have to do that on their own? Is there any way that they could, like, say, for IC Market is like a subDAO, right? That benefits the NNS DAO by getting your NFTs to the users, but is there a way that you can see somebody that wants to start something like this? What would they do? And if they were looking to build it on the internet computer, what would that look like?
Oh, okay, awesome. It's we of course we are welcome those people they wanted to build different subDAOs, and of course we are developing our protocol to reach those targets to create more subDAOs. that is within our ecosystem. That means in NSDao and the ICP ecosystem. So we are welcome that, and we have a chance to do so by joining with different maybe project, maybe within the IC market, and then they can broad those projects, or if they wanted to maybe they look for maybe developer or creator, they can meet there and see how they can contribute each other to make sure that thing or that project or that idea can be executed to the reality and benefit the user. So we are going we do that, and we use that approach to do so.
That is amazing to hear. A lot of companies out there are just kind of like single mind focused. And so, what you're doing is you're calling people to come and build these things. And what I want to let everybody know is if you are building this type of project, the Internet Computer is the place to do it. And why I say that, they have grant programs that they're using to help, put the cash influx into these projects that get people to come together and work as a community. And that's where I think ICP has one of the strongest communities, as we all are looking out for one another. If you guys didn't notice, like on this channel, we've been working with Victor, we've been working with Six Figs, and now we have the opportunity to work with Steve here. And that is what we are focused on when it comes to like a blockchain we're looking into. And so these DAOs are really the heart and soul of what we are looking to do here. Like the Nns Dao is not only a Starfish NFT, now they have a governance token that can add value to these communities together. And this is what we're aiming at. And so that brings me into my next question, and specifically about the Nns Dao. I want to know where you're heading. What are the next phases of the Nns Dao? I know you say you're onboarding new projects, you're trying to reach out and build new subDAOs. Like, what do you see the Nns Dao doing over the next year? Say if a lot of projects do onboard, what are you going to do to help shape them and make them a positive contributing member to the Internet Computer family?
Oh, that is a great question. Thank you. Of course, we are, because we are focusing on DAO, and the main purpose of DAO is to make sure if you have idea, we can execute it to reality. If we wanted to, if you are interested in something, or something to contribute, or we wanted to contribute to some project, you are passionate on it. So we wanted to help you to do so. So for our roadmap and our milestone, we wanted to create different DAOs and subDAOs within part of the world. People from different parts of the world, they can participate. That's why we are developing our protocol to do so. So that protocol, it can enable people to join, to contribute, to develop, to create, to innovate, so that they can create their own and get the benefit from their own. That's why we are focusing to make sure ownership is the first priority, values is first priority, and incentives is first priority, so that people, they can't jump in, or they can't they can escape from middlemen. They can get the value of what they create without passing the third party people or third parties. So that is our main intention. So that's, I think I already answer your question. Thank you.
Yeah, that answers it plus some. So I wanted to ask you some questions specifically now about NDP, the governance token for the NNS DAO. So the main question that I have, and I think a lot of my audience has, can you still use NDP to buy NFTs either on Icmarket or anywhere else? And if not, why, and what was the reason for stopping that?
Oh, for that case, of course, we are still in, we listed our NDP for Sonic and the Icpswap. So we wanted to go to that way, that direction, to make sure NDP can be used to support a different project, and you can buy different, you can participate in different projects by buy or trading by using NDP. Oh, so we still in developing and figure out how things going on, and also to go to that direction. So
Okay, so is NDP still tradable on Icmarket right now for NFT?
Yeah. You can
Oh,
do that.
okay.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Because I've been looking on Icmarket, and when I go to change from ICP to NDP, it just has the ICP option. It doesn't have that NDP option.
For that feature, we are working on it. That's why we started to see how this NDP listed in Sonic, how it can go to that
Okay.
direction. And we
Okay.
already put the features for Deep 20 to make sure that direction we can reach.
That makes
So
sense. Thank you.
yeah. That is
Okay.
our main theme. Yeah.
Okay. So this is a big question, and I know it's a good question, but I don't know if it's a good question for a DAO owner. Are there any plans to list NDP on a centralized exchange like Coinbase, KuCoin, any of the big major exchanges?
Of course, I can say although we didn't yet decided, but
Yeah, if you can't say,
if,
don't worry. I mean, if it's something you can't talk about, don't worry about saying it. Just be like, yeah, we can't talk about that. That's fine.
okay, but
I don't want to. I don't want to overstep there.
okay, but our main theme is to make sure we go to decentralize the exchange Dex. So
Okay.
that is our main theme to make sure our token will go that direction.
All right. So, what are the next phases of NNSDao, and are there any key partnerships that we should know about? Of course, that you can talk about.
For next phases, of course, we have we have different plans according to priorities, and for that case, actually, we wanted to come up. For example, we are in a developing stage of our protocol, and
Of
that
what?
protocol
Okay.
NSSDao
Okay.
protocol,
Okay.
and that protocol it can enable to support different projects within our NSSDao ecosystem. And for that case, we have different phases to reach that way. Apart from what our project, our NFT marketplace for NIC market, also we scheduling or we prioritized according to the timeline and the how things going on, because we for this year we wanted to accomplish. Of course, we already remain a few months to accomplish. We are focusing on rebranding and make sure this protocol can start to work as soon as possible. So that is the way we are going through. So I can say that.
That is awesome, man. So I think that's kind of all of the questions that are, that I had that were written down. But I just want to tell everybody that the 10, 15, 20 minutes I was talking with Steve before this, he was just telling me kind of where his heart is and like working with like-minded individuals. And that is why, like, not financial advice, of course, but I recommend looking at this project. Go check out the NNSDao website, check out what they're doing, read about them. I'm going to put some literature in the description. So I'm going to put all of his details so you can go follow him on Twitter. You can go and look on Icpswap and Sonic, where the two, where they're listed on both of those, the NDP token. So I'm going to make it easy for you guys to, interact with, this protocol as well. And I just want to let you know that his top priority is you guys. That was one of the things that he said that really stuck with me, and that I think all blockchains and leadership projects should be doing is focusing on the user as their top priority. How do we make it easier for them? How do we build them up? How do we let them interact with what we created, right? So that is one of the major things that I think NNSDao has going for it, is that concentrating on the user and not necessarily all of the other stuff. The tech speaks for itself. So when you have high level tech that works properly, then you can concentrate on the community instead of spending all your time trying to fix bugs, right? So that's what I love about this. Now, if somebody is looking to buy NDP, Is there much of a price difference on Icpswap as Sonic? Because I noticed on Sonic it was like about $5 or $6 more expensive for like 100 or 1,000 tokens. I don't remember how many it was, but is there kind of like a difference in the price on both of these exchanges, the decentralized Sonic and Icpswap?
For that case, I can say because we were, of course, we are working. We wanted to go through the we can use this NDP as governance tools to support our ecosystem. So we try to list in Sonic and the Icpswap to see how they impact, and then figure out, because still ICP the standard token standard is not yet released. So we just so we just see how things going on and figure out in that direction. That's why we are, in order to do so, we going to use a dfinity as a protocol to help us to go that direction. And when
kind of go ahead, sorry.
So due to ICP token standard not yet released, so we try to use those both things to list and see how they impact, and figure out in that direction to see how we can use this governance token to help for supporting different projects within our ecosystem. That means Nns Dao ecosystem as well as ICP ecosystem. So we still in that direction. Yeah, I can say that.
That is exciting to me. And so let's just take a minute to go to the chats. I wanted to thank King Love. He just sent a $2 tip. And let's see what he says. He says, hi, for my bro, Jeff. It's good to see you, Steve. So that's very nice of him. Now, let's see if you guys have any questions that you want to ask Steve right now that I didn't ask, or you think that he would have a good answer for. Let me know right now in the comments, and we will ask him this question. So go ahead now. I'll read the previous comments too. All right. Good morning, guys. Morning. Okay, what's up, everybody? Forget Pat. Okay. Let's see. Spaghetti and pizza. Yeah, I love spaghetti and pizza too. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are here with Nns Dao Steve. All right, let's go down and see if there's questions. Yeah, what time? It looks like daylight over there. What time is it in Dubai? I don't think we told everybody, but you are stationed out of Dubai. You might have said that, but what time is it there?
Now it's around 5.
5 p.m.
I don't know. A.m.
Oh my gosh, you got up super early, man. Wow, thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's 5 a.m. there. Okay. Well, I don't see a lot of questions, guys. Come on, let's get at least one good question. Just forfeit. I'm calling you out, man. Give me a good question. Oh, it's lagging a little bit. Let me check. Oh, it is lagging. I mean, that won't affect it that much. Okay, I'm just going to ask a good question. Last question for the episode, and then I'm going to kind of just have you say one final thought and what you want people to know about the Nns Dao and kind of where they're heading. Oh, another $2 tip. Will NDP be stakeable for future projects on the DAO? Great question.
Exactly. We wanted to do so, to stake the NDP. That's why we wanted to use as governance tools, governance token to give those owner of this token, to give the incentives when they participate or contribute in different projects or different activities within NSDao ecosystem. They can receive the stakes. It's a kind of dividend also as well. So we are look around in that way and see how to do so, and make sure any NDP holder can benefit from the project he or she participated within the ecosystem, as well as those contribution for different different activities within the Nns Dao ecosystem can get those kind of benefit incentives and the dividend and those kind of staking. Yeah, that is our main theme. Yeah.
Is it going to be like ICP and have like an 8-year, say like a long-term focus? Like if you hold it for longer, you get more rewards. Is it going to kind of align with ICP's, kind of vision?
Yes. Pardon?
Yeah. Could you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay. So are you thinking that it's going to be kind of like a long-term thing for NNSDao? Like say, how if you're 8-year gang with ICP and you don't dissolve for 4 years, a lot of people are in it for the long term, like the 12 years. Is NNSDao kind of going to sister, kind of copy that and just focus on the long term, like rewarding people for holding it for a long time, opposed to people just like getting in, make a quick profit and then go?
For us, we are of course we appreciate any kind of contribution, participation, whatever going on within the Nns Dao ecosystem. So for doing so, we support or we incentivize those users who do so. And for the terms of those taking dividend, whatever, we see how those projects going on, and we make sure we give as much what I can say is not as much. We give as required what we are figuring out, what we are going through. So it's not only about the long-term vision. Is also how those project or those activity impact the future, the future of Web3, the future of the DAO, the future of those kind of decentralization, autonomous organization, how it's look like, so that those holder of NDP, they can get those kind of dividends, those kind of incentives, and they can get more benefit according to what they contribute in our ecosystem. That is our main focus on it.
That is what we want to hear, incentivize users, incentivize people to bring value, not only to the NNS, but to themselves as well. And I haven't heard of a lot of projects like that, man. This is something I am passionate about. I love this project. Like I said, I haven't had a lot of, big projects on here just because either things didn't align or, I'm kind of new to this space as well, like barely a year. So I just really like what you're doing here. And what I want to say is if you guys have a chance, go look at what they are doing. Like I said, I'm going to list everything in the description below. But this value system that they have going to bring value to the users and to what they build, incentivize them to make it worth it to them, and bring eyes to the ecosystem. And that's all it needs. That is the one thing I think ICP projects, ICP tokens are missing, is just the eyes of the masses. So the next bull run that we enter, I think projects like the NNS DAO, like Ghost Token, like a lot of these projects that are community focused and are bringing value to the community are going to thrive, and they're going to explode, and we're going to have waves of people FOMOing in and just, building on this and making it a great place to be. You set up the foundation, you have, railroaded the way or bulldozed the way, and you have made it easier for us to interact with NDP and the NNS DAO, and I appreciate that, man. More than you know. Okay, so let's take. Go ahead. Sorry, that was really weird. I'm gonna look at the comments real quick. I get weird sometimes. Don't worry. Those types of systems, usually the DAO token to partly fund the projects for the long term, so they usually don't have a locking period. Okay. So that is the first that I've heard. Normally, projects are just like diamond handed 10 years. And you're like, no, we're bringing value. We're incentivizing. Yes, we want people for the long term. But if you're in it for like a year or two, we're not going to just say you have no value. I love bringing value to every part of the project. That's all I was trying to say. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to give it to you one more time for you to do kind of a sign off, let people know what you want them, to focus on, and just anything you want to tell people, where they can find you on social media.
Okay. Thank you. First of all, warmly thank you for this invitation on this call. It's my pleasure to chat with you guys and talk to about the NSSDao and how ICP so far and what we are walking through. I wanted to use this few minutes to introduce also about our NFT marketplace called the Icmarket. That is our NFT marketplace in ICP. So we wanted to bring the creator, developer, innovator to bring their project and how we can how those projects can be helpful our user within an ecosystem so that they can benefit with those projects. So you can go to our Icmarket in Twitter handle, and from there is a Discord channel link you can join, and let's know what you think about, and also you can follow our NSSDao, NNSDao in Twitter as well, and we from Twitter can fetch our Discord channel, Telegram group, so that we can chat there and see how we can participate together and make sure we leverage this blockchain technology to create more impact on DAOs, Web3, and the NFTs. So you guys can follow those two handle for Icmarket and the NSSDao, so that you can get more familiar what we are doing and how so far we reached. And of course, there is different updates going on there. You can get to understand more about what we are doing as well. And you can also reach me if I have also a Twitter handle there, Steve Stubborn. You can search me there. You can meet there, talk as well. So no problem. So lastly, I can say I'm so grateful to be here. I really appreciate Jeff for this great invitation. Hopefully we can meet again and talk about how so far we are going on, particularly on this protocol and the NFT marketplace. So how so far, and to bring more creator, the developers to share their project and create the impact for our future and for our blockchain and the crypto as well. Thanks so much.
Yeah, thank you for coming, man. I really enjoyed this episode. I really like your vision. I will link everything that you said down there. So he has another Twitter handle that's his own, and he was talking about that Steve Stubbermind. I will link Icmarket. I will list NNS DAO. All of that will be in the description, so you can just click on that. Or if you want to go search it by yourself, at NNS DAOs with an S. On Twitter, or Icmarket .app, I believe. Let me go check that Twitter. I want to make sure before I say that. Icmarket. So it's at Icmarket app. There you go. So, and I'll definitely tag that below. I look forward to having you on in the future and showing how much the NDP token has blown up. It'll be listed on 20 million exchanges, and it will go to the moon, baby. Only 100 million total supply. That is such a low supply for such a great governance token. So, all right, guys, that being said, you know what time it is. Goodbye and good Bitcoin.
Okay, have a wonderful day. Thank you.